Welcome back, housing enthusiasts and citizens of Tamriel. I'm Cal, and today I wanted to share some of my favorite housing add-ons for the Elder Scrolls Online. Unfortunately, add-ons are exclusive to the PC version of ESO. Sorry, console players. Now, I'm betting just about everyone out there has heard of Essential Housing Tools, and it is a good one. But if you're just dipping your toes into furnishing your first home, you might find it a little overwhelming. It includes a ton of options, and it is not as user-friendly as some of the other mods out there. So today, I want to share a list of 5 relatively lightweight add-ons that will help you get started with your next house in ESO. These 5 are all useful to several key aspects of the home design process. They'll make it easier to find good deals on furnishings, help you identify the source of furnishings. One will even make it easier to place furnishings in those hard-to-reach places. You'll also be able to get a better sense of the value of furnishings you collect. One makes a small change to the housing editor that makes it much easier to find and place the furnishings that you just purchased. This is something I used to struggle with almost daily. So, in no particular order, let's kick it off with the awesome guild store. Now, this might sound like an odd choice at first, but in order to place furnishings, you must acquire them, and most furnishings are crafted. This means that unless you've been playing ESO for a long time, you're going to be hunting for deals on guild traders, either to purchase the furnishings outright, or perhaps in search of the recipes and ingredients that you'll need to craft them yourself. What I love about this particular add-on is that it allows you to filter your guild trader searches in a more intuitive way. You can search using more categories, filter out recipes that you already know, set lower and upper price bounds, and save your searches so that you can quickly see what's available on multiple vendors and compare prices without having to flip back and forth to a web browser and TTC. This add-on is also a great addition for other reasons, but I get a ton of use out of it when I'm shopping for furnishings. Now, another one that's not exclusively for housing, but still pretty useful is Show TTC Price. This is another one that I picked up recently as I didn't want to hover over an item to see if it had any value on the market. This one actually has multiple uses as well, for home decorators in particular, and it actually pairs very nicely with the awesome guild store. For items in your inventory, you can set it to show the TTC suggested or average price, and that might save you from vendoring or deconstructing something that you should be selling for serious cash. That's going to enable you to purchase even more furnishings for your home. But it's also useful when perusing guild traders, as it adds a deal filter that allows you to further sort listings based on whether or not they are priced competitively. I've also used this information to decide whether or not to buy or craft a furnishing. Ultimately, the more information that you have available to you when you're shopping, the more efficiently you can spend your hard-earned coin, which might be the difference between getting every furnishing you need and running out of gold before the job is done. All right, let's talk about 3 that are a little bit more housing specific. First up, Furniture Catalog. Now, have you ever been thinking of a furnishing but couldn't remember the name? Or maybe you know what furnishing you need but can't remember which crafting station you can craft it at? Or maybe you just want to check and see which recipes you're missing. This add-on is perfect for getting the answers that you need. In-game, just type /FUR to bring up the interface, and there you'll find a tidy collection of filters that will allow you to sort through every furnishing in the game, at least all that have been added to the database. You'll be able to see the source of the furnishing, which version of the game added it, in the case of crafted furnishings, whether or not you have the recipe, and of course, which crafting station to use. Or, in the case of luxury vendor furnishings, you'll be able to see when that furnishing was last available and its retail price from Zanil Theron over in Cold Harbor. You can also favorite furnishings for quick reference if you like. Next up is a brand new one to me, but it is insanely useful. It's Magic Carpet. So, for years now, I've been building scaffolding using the Murkmire ramps and Solitude platforms, but no longer thanks to Magic Carpet. This is the most recent addition to my add-on collection, and it is a game changer. After you go into Magic Carpet mode, the add-on will use one of a number of acceptable furnishings to provide your character a floating platform that will move with you as you run and jump across the sky. You can put shooting stars in the sky, build floating jumping puzzles quickly and efficiently, and of course, get your roof and out-of-reach decor just right. Now, I've only just started using this add-on, but I do love it. And it seems to like using some of the collectible furnishings as the platform. So that gives you another good use for some of those collectibles. Honestly, it's pretty fun just to float around in a transmutation sphere and get a bird's eye view of your home. Finally, it's such a small thing, I cannot believe this isn't part of the default UI. It's Votan's housing filter. Now, I shouldn't be surprised since Votan's Minimap is one of my all-time favorite add-ons, but their housing filter is also pretty amazing. And I think Zos must agree since it sounds like we might be getting a vanilla version of it later this year. But for now, there's Votan's. This one adds 4 little filter buttons to the browse menu of the housing editor that allow you to sort furnishings you have access to based on where they are located, whether that's your inventory, bank, storage chests, or collectibles. I cannot tell you how much time I have wasted trying to find a furnishing I just purchased while sifting through the hundreds that I keep in storage. Before this add-on, I would typically have to go back and forth from my inventory to the housing editor to remind myself of the name of the furnishing I just purchased and then use the housing editor search to find it. Now I can just tap the inventory filter and it's right there. All right, everyone, if you're getting started with housing, I strongly recommend checking out some of these add-ons. All 5 of them are great to add to your collection and they are going to save you time decorating your next house. I'll throw some links to the ESO add-on pages for all 5 in the description and pinned comment below. So what do you guys think? Are there any other great housing add-ons that we should take a look at? Please let me know in the comments. Also, did you guys know I had a Patreon? It's still a little sparse on content, but I don't know, maybe you just want to support a part-time YouTuber and get your name in the credits? You can also support the channel for free, as always, by subscribing. Either way, I do want to thank all of you for watching, and a big thank you to everyone who has supported my Patreon for helping to fund the next video. That's going to do it for today, but if you're wondering which houses in ESO give you the most bang for your buck, or utility for your gold, be sure to check out my top 5 most useful homes video next. Bye for now, adventurers, and I'll see you for the next one.